Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Joanne here. Oh, not me touching my hair. Ooh, my nose is red because it's so irritating. Anyway, so I am filming this video in a rush, so let's get started. I'm starting off with my sunscreen. Okay, before I get all carried away. So basically, this video, as you have seen by the title, is just a quick makeup routine for the people who don't like wearing too much makeup, or the people who just don't have time for the 50 million layers and processes that makeup generally has. So yeah, okay, I'm just gonna let that dry a little. So I'm giving myself like 15-20 minutes max to do this bead. It does sound like a lot, but I feel like whenever I do try to do like a simple makeup look, it takes me so much longer because it's like, what am I doing? It's so hard. It's not easy for me. Since it is a quick makeup look, it's not necessary to put primer, I feel, because you know, sometimes guys, you really don't need all these extra things. But I'm using the hydrating primer from Essence, and I'm just literally gonna put a little, like, just to say that we put on some primer. But if you don't have primer or you don't want to put on primer, then that's okay. Also, I feel like when you put sunscreen, like already it's some sort of base for your makeup, so sometimes there's no need to go in with that much. So the aim is to use very little product and cover up any imperfection. This isn't like very full coverage. It's gonna be like a no makeup look, if you feel me, if you're also into that. So what I'm gonna start off with is my trusty Lego primer in the shade Fawn, which is essentially my skin tone. I use the shade to color correct highlights and tans, and also just cover spots that I have on my face that I don't like, and I feel like make my face, like, you know, not symmetrical. Of course your face is not gonna be one shade, especially if you're a brown skin girl, but this helps to just, you know, combat those areas where you really feel like you have marks. And like I said, I use it to color correct, and this is around my mouth because I have a mustache. I'm also just using those under my eyes to highlight and cover these money bags, child. And I'm just gonna go by the bridge of my nose. Not me being so skewed with this nose highlights. My nose is gonna be so huge. So yeah, and just to add like a little brightness, if you like, just gonna take a lighter concealer and literally add a dot, and also here. So I'm gonna let that sit just so I can get full coverage in these areas where I've applied it. And I feel like as soon as I cover any imperfections, then the rest of the face is just gonna look so seamless and beautiful. So as soon as I cover these bags, these little marks that I have, and this little mustache and gray area around this place, then my whole face is gonna really start looking very one tone, which is what we want. So now I'm gonna go in with some foundation. For this step, you can use like a BB cream if you have one that you like. I've actually never tried one, so I don't have any to recommend. But if BB creams are your vibe, then yeah, you can use that. And they are often very lighter compared to foundation, and that is what we're going for today. But considering the method that we're doing, which is highlighting first, or considering the way that I have applied it, I have concealer on most of my face, so it's very little areas where I'm putting the foundation on. And I'm actually going to take a sponge to blend this in this time. I generally use a brush, but just to give it a more natural finish, we're going to use a sponge, a damp sponge that is. And don't forget, just because you're doing a light makeup look, it doesn't mean that you mustn't blend all over your neck and your ear and all those areas. I'm even going to start like blending in the concealer around my cheek area. And now I'm just blending this concealer that I applied. I think this is a nice blend, and I can actually leave the house like this, to be quite frank. The next step to this routine is some blush. So you can either use powder blush or you can use cream blush or liquid blush. I'm going to be using my trusty Switch Beauty. This also just helps give a more natural look than powder blush. Oh, and I have actually been applying it with my fingers lately because I feel like it gives its true finish, which is matte, and I don't mind that. But also it just looks, I don't know, it looks so much better. Sometimes you just need to use what God gave you. That was a lot. And I'm even gonna apply this in like my temples and eye area. And I'm just gonna pat it in with 2 fingers, not swiping, just patting in so that I don't remove the foundation. All the way into the hairline if that's what you desire. I'm just gonna blend this area because it's a little too much for me. This is actually a very cute look and you can step out with it. Just adding some more on my nose, just what's remaining on my fingers and my chin area. And if you have the time, take your time to blend. I also feel like this is quite quicker than like using a brush, so you just tap really quick, man. And yeah, I like. Okay, so now instead of using translucent powder, we're gonna use this matte and poreless powder. It's by Maybelline and it's part of the Fit Me range, and I think this video is going to come up quite soon. Maybelline is currently having a 50% off at discount. I'm not too sure about clicks. A 50% off for all Fit Me products. So check that out. I do like the Fit Me concealer and I do like this Fit Me powder for like setting my face, for even just using like on my eyes. So yeah, so I'm just setting my under eye because I do crease, and just so you know our makeup doesn't move. Also gonna set the bridge of my nose and my forehead, and I'm using my damp sponge that I used earlier on. Just also gonna set these areas, essentially anywhere that you'd use with your translucent powder. This is the shade 330 Toffee, and it is basically my skin shade. And I'm just setting my smile lines, also around my nose. Now I'm going to bronze since we didn't contour. I'm using the California Beaming Bronzer from NYX Cosmetics. However, NYX is discontinued in South Africa, or is no longer available in South Africa. So this is just to chisel out, and I actually really like this look of bronzing, because I don't know, when you step out into the sun, it's just, you look beautiful. And this bronzer does have shimmer, so it's quite nice. And I think this also just adds back into my blush, even though it's like not the same shade, but like I think I'm gonna add a pink blush just so I can balance things out a bit. And I'm gonna bronze my nose with what's left on the brush. I don't know if I'm gonna like this video because I feel like I'm being so fast. I've actually been using this berry powder to contour. So this powder is like essentially my skin tone shade. But I can also use it to set my highlights or blend out my set highlights if I set it with the translucent powder. So this powder is really just, you can use it for anything that you want. And yeah, I contoured my nose. It's not very harsh, and it looks actually very nice when you actually do put concealer to contour, and when you just go over with this powder just to set the contour, and also just to, you know, dial down any harsh lines. So we're almost done. I'm just gonna use the blush from Essence just to add to my blush, because I feel like it's not doing the things. I actually look very much like my skin tone today. And I'm gonna take some mineralized skin finish. This is from MAC. It's kind of broken, or it's broken, so I don't wanna show it. And then I'm putting some highlighter on my cheeks. This is Gold Deposit, the OG, just for a little glow, just to look cute, you know. A girly must shine. And even if you don't put it on your nose, I mean your cheeks, because I typically don't put highlighter on my cheeks unless it's like an actual look, then you can just put it on your nose and keep it slow, just to have like a little something. And now I'm just gonna set my face with the Maybelline Long Lasting Fix. It would have actually been nice if I was like using all Maybelline products. And I'm just gonna tap everything in so it melts and it looks like butter, cause you know. Ooh, I really like that, and my whole look is like all melted in now. Oh, I'm going to quickly do my eyebrows. So I'm just wiping off product on the eyebrow with the cotton pad that I used earlier on with my micellar water. So depending on what your vibe is, here you can absolutely leave your eyebrows. Just brush them up with some gel, or you can actually apply some product on them. But I think I'm just gonna brush them up with some gel. So I just filled in my eyebrows a little bit. Remember, I had put some gel in them, so I just filled them in a little bit, you know, just took some leftover concealer and put it under my eyes. And yeah, man, we have a little cute simple bead put some color on my lips, because I mean, even though it's no makeup, but like we just need to bring it to life with something, and I thought a little color on the lips would be cute. And yeah, that is the final look. I hope you did find this useful. Essentially, to wrap up, the vibe is use a lot of skin tone concealers, foundations. Less is more. And yeah, because we literally used say everything went right and the foundation didn't throw us off, but we literally used one concealer. I won't count that dot, but one concealer, one foundation, it was the pressed powder, the contour, the cream blush, and highlighter. And yeah, that was pretty much all it took for our look, whereas generally it's like contour shade, concealer shade, skin tone concealer shade, corrector, a lot of things. So this can be achieved quite quickly, but like I said, now I'm not used to doing no makeup looks. It's like full glam or nothing, so it does take me longer because I'm trying to not do too much, you know what I mean. But for somebody who isn't used to makeup or who really enjoys less is more, this is the perfect a look for you, or way to go about your routine. You can obviously add more. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to press the like button, subscribe to this channel if you want to see more makeup tutorials. This is something small, you know. I'm doing Vlogtober, guys. I'm doing Vlogtober, so if you want to see what content I have, subscribe. I'm excited but also a little nervous, but I'm excited. It's something that's definitely new, especially because vlogging isn't my forte. But yeah, I'll be doing Vlogtober, so make sure you're subscribed. I'll be getting back to my Netflix series, which is where I do makeup looks inspired by Netflix series or movies, and I have one that's coming up soon, so make sure you also subscribe for that and turn on the bell notification so you know when I post. Peace.
Don't take it personal.